Welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club, a cute dating simulator game about making friends, sharing poems in a school club with four beautiful but equally different girls. We have Sayori, Yuri, Natsuki, and last but not least, Monika. This game was suggested by you, the viewers, so I know it'll at least be fun to play. I was told to play this game completely blind without looking at a platinum guide until I beat the game, so that is exactly what I am doing. You can check out the full playthrough over on the second channel to see how I get on. PSN Profiles gives this a 1 out of 10 difficulty, requiring 2 playthroughs, that's a lie, and about 15 hours of gameplay. However, since there is a skip button, I'm sure that timer will drastically drop since we can get past conversations we have already seen. Doki Doki Literature Club has 19 trophies, with 2 bronze, 7 silver, 9 gold, and that coveted platinum that only 5.3% of players have gotten on PS5. We will be playing through the story, recapping my thoughts throughout my playthrough, and if we pick up any trophies along the way, mentioning them too. Will we find love in this Doki Doki Literature Club, or is there something sinister going on in the background? Only time will tell. So, with all that information out of the way, let's platinum Doki Doki Literature Club. Our story starts like every other stereotypical romance anime. We are late for school, and it's all because of our cute but clueless childhood friend who wants us to join her after school club since we are not in one. After some back and forths and complaining, we end up joining the literature club and using what little knowledge we have about the 4 girls, try and fail to make a poem that one of them will like. This continues on 2 more times, with us failing time and again for any of them to actually enjoy what I write, except for Sayori. Monika then decides that we should host a poem reading for the school festival, which some of the members, myself included, aren't too thrilled about. As it gets closer to the festival, I'm forced into another stereotypical situation where I have to choose one of the other 3 girls to help, as Sayori has left to go home. I end up choosing Yuri because I too like decorating. However, it leads to a strange situation and miscommunication between everyone, with me being in the centre as each of these girls express their displeasure of not choosing them and choosing Yuri. To my surprise, we end up meeting with Sayori, and she talks about her deep depression, something that she's kept hidden from the main character and how she never wanted him to see her this way. The same can be seen in Yuri with her self-harming and fascination with knives. Both of these I've seen in people personally, and the game has done a brilliant job of hiding them from us by not showing us cutaways or their perspectives and just showing it from the information we gather reading throughout the game. The day the festival comes and Sayori doesn't show up, so we leave and do some investigating, and we see the reason why. She's gone. It breaks our character's mind, and our protagonist screams, wanting to reset the day, wants to reset everything and just be there for her. The game ends up glitching, and we move into our second playthrough believing we have reset everything, but it turns out we haven't. This time round seems to be much worse than the first, as the game is now breaking and glitching, with Sayori not even showing up this time, and our character not acknowledging that she even existed. Instead, it is now Monika who's trying to be the leading lady. But the game pushes us towards Yuri and Natsuki instead. Yuri and Natsuki seem to be getting the brunt of the game breaks, especially Yuri, since she starts saying things that I can't read, and sometimes her character model messes up. There was also the poem about Sayori deleting herself to fix the game, but by the looks of things, it just made it worse. After some more game breaks, we end up having Yuri confess to us. This time, however, after rejecting her love, she completely ends herself in front of our character, and the game seemingly just pauses there. However, it turns out by using the skip function, we actually skipped the days to which Monika said I spent the entire weekend watching Yuri slowly decay. We reached the climax. Everything is gone, except for me and Monika, and after writing her the perfect poem, there's nothing to do but spend eternity with her. However, she did leave a clue. Through all her little speeches we get, she tells us that we can always delete her, so after spending some time with her, we make the decision to delete her too, putting an end to the literature club once and for all. This, however, prompts a farewell from Monika, and using the last of her powers, she fixes the game, bringing everyone back, which may sound like a good thing, but it seems the power of being the president of the literature club also brings the power to corrupt, as Sayori says she knows about everything and decides she will be the same as Monika, trapping us for eternity. But we are saved by an on-screen prompt which turns out to also be Monika saving us from this newly corrupted Sayori. What shocked me after this is we hear Monika for the first and final time as she sings us a love song, hands us her final poem before completely deleting everything in the game, prompting us to reset to before we even played. And with that, we can finally move on to the trophy hunting. But knowing what I know now, it feels like we too have become like Monika, manipulating the game for our own amusement just to collect some trophies. There we go, so there's that one for no, which is choose not to quit the Doki Doki Literature Club. Are you sure you want to delete Monika? Yes. 2 stocked. Delete Monika twice while getting deleted 0 times. Oh, there we go. Well, I just sat here for 20 minutes reading. Neat. We need to set it manually to 2:40 AM and head back into the game. Okay, I can do that. Now we can read it. There we go. Stonks. Hey, look at that. Got it. Okay, I don't know what this means though. Okay, so next is selecting the right picture of somebody. You know what? We'll set it as Monika. Sure, why not? Ever. Your desktop wallpaper could not be changed due to an administrative policy restriction on this computer. For more information, contact your system admin. It's time to write a poem. Give me that trophy. Any percent world record attempt. Write a poem in 20 seconds or less. And now we play the waiting game. Ah, there we go. Doki Doki Poetry Slam. Nice. Now we go on to making the perfect poems. Right, so this should be the trophy for making a perfect one. Perfect Sayori. Okay. One down. 2 more to go. Luckily, I've got that save file back there, but my God. Hearing that 2 more times is going to be agony. There we go. Perfect Natsuki. Now I need to do this 2 more times. Then I have to do Yuri 2 more times, which all lead into getting another trophy, which I'm not going to lie. This is taking a while. Okay. This took me like 9 tries because it was always one. It could be at 15 words. It could be at 6 words. But there was always one where I couldn't get Yuri's word correct. So if I click hover now, that should finally be a perfect poem for this girl. Finally. Perfect Yuri. So, this is where we say goodbye. Thank you for playing Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm going to miss you, Stubbz. Come visit sometime, okay? We'll always be here for you. We all love you. Dan says hi. To the special player who received this special ending, thank you for being a part of my literature club. Love, Dan Salvatore. Friendship and literature. Finish all of the side stories. I will tell you right now, I did not do any of these side stories. I skipped them all. That was like 2 hours of just sat there tapping a button. I am all Doki Doki reading out. I am done reading. I am Doki Doki done. Literally Doki Doki done. And I'm still not done. I'm still not done because I'm only on 92%. So I have to Doki Doki do it again and find the rest of the bloody pictures. Look, there's still stuff missing. It's still missing. This is all in Act 2. I have to go back to Act 2 to find the stuff here. I have to go find whatever these are. I have to go find this. I have to go find all of these. I have to... Ooh. I'll see you at 100%. This should be the platinum if I try this now. Skip. So now if I exit Doki Doki, I should have everything. So 100%. Side stories is also done. Oh, wait. Test VM. There we go. Breakthrough. Achieve 100% data collection. And Doki Doki Literature Club Platinum. This is a game, kind of fun. This is a platinum, absolutely horrible. You know what? Just go into the outro. Just let me do my thoughts, what I've been writing down in the script and whatnot. Let's just run that part. You can hear me blather on there. Collecting these trophies actually did require me to get a guide up of what events go where, what girl likes what, and music that will never leave my head for like the next month. But the main focus when collecting all of these trophies was how I did realize I was slowly becoming like Monika myself. I was manipulating things to go my way, changing the consequences of my first playthrough to suit my needs to get a trophy. However, one glaring thing I didn't like was all of the waiting. We waited for the songs. We listened to the same songs multiple times. Waiting on the weekend of Act 2. So much waiting. Honestly, it felt like padding in the game that isn't needed, and yet it is for the 100%. Something I genuinely hate in games is padding for the sake of padding. This got so bad that I just let the side stories run their course while I watched TV. I'm sorry, but after 7 hours of reading, I was not ready for more. This kept showing its ugly head when collecting the last few for the 100%, because they needed multiple Act 3s, or certain things in Act 1 which required reset after reset after reset, to the point of insanity. Not to mention the ghost menu that took me 2 hours of resets, or the Act 2 poems being an RNG nightmare, because you'd always get the same few when you only needed one more. Overall, the game is fun to play the first time around, but when the trophy hunting takes longer than the campaign, whereas the campaign took 5 hours and the trophy hunting took 6, that's not a good sign that the game was optimized with trophy hunting in mind, or even if you were supposed to get 100% of the game completion. PSN Profiles was right. It wasn't difficult, it was just very tedious, with a lot of RNG or luck needed to get some of the collectibles. And it's why I hate 100% trophy completions. I think this will be my first and last novel game. I need to hear people's voices in a game. I need to do something than just press one button. I don't need to spend hours upon hours reading. It's not my style of gameplay, and I am not saying this style of gameplay is bad, it's just not for me personally. So, with all of that being said, thank you all for watching. If you like the video, be sure to like, comment and subscribe, because this was definitely something different to record. I hope you enjoyed watching. And as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and from the Doki Doki Club and I, goodbye.